Hey, what's going on, guys? Houncer back with NFL Week 4 picks. Now, if you guys don't know, I'm doing this with my good friends Dangerous13 and Hayes the Gamer. Go check out their picks. Our videos go out at the same time every Wednesday, so make sure you guys go check out their picks for Week 4 and also subscribe to them if you haven't. Now, the standings after Week 3, Hayes the Gamer went 5-11. Don't judge, it's very early in the season. Russ went 7-9, and for the third straight week, I finished with a positive record with 9-7. Now, if you want to know the overall stats through week 1, 2, and 3, you're gonna have to stay till the end of the video. But let's just hop into week 4. So tomorrow's game is the Chicago Bears at Green Bay Packers. Now, Chicago did beat the Steelers. I'm not really sure how. Okay, Jordan Howard, I guess, is how. But honestly, Aaron Rodgers, he struggled against the Cincinnati Bengals, but they ultimately came out with the win. So, you know what? I'm serious. Look, Mike Glennon or Aaron Rodgers. Who do you take? You take Aaron Rodgers. Packers win. So, we have our early morning game with the Saints at Miami. It's being played in London, so it's just Saints and Miami. Miami being the home team. I'm not going to really go into this much. The Saints did get their first win last week. Against, I'm looking, wait, did they win last week? Yeah, they beat the Panthers 34-13. Look, I'm going to take the Saints here because I don't think Jay Cutler is good. I really don't. He wasn't really good in their first win, so take the Saints here at London. Next game is the Cincinnati Bengals at the Cleveland Browns, and Andy Dalton showed signs of life against the Green Bay Packers. Now, if he showed signs of life against the Green Bay Packers, honestly, the Browns will win at some point during this season. I just don't think it's gonna be right now. Maybe when they play the Jets or something, it'll be like a toss-up game. But I'm gonna go ahead and take the Bengals over the Cleveland Browns here. Jacksonville Jaguars at the New York Jets. Now, gosh dang, do the Jaguars like to play in London, because what they did to the Ravens was just, it was unacceptable. Okay, the Ravens didn't know what was going to happen to them, but they got bent over. Now, the Jets did get a win last week against the Dolphins, but that doesn't matter. I honestly, this is going to be a close game. I think it's going to be close because Blake Bortles is back in the United States. I'm going to go ahead and take the Jacksonville Jaguars by like a field goal or a touchdown. No more than a touchdown. Jaguars win. So the next game we have Carolina at New England. And New England, Deshaun Watson had a great game, okay, for the Texans. He really did have a great game for the Texans. He almost beat Bill Belichick at home. Okay, Deshaun Watson did great. But to be honest, he was near perfection and still lost because perfection himself went down the field and gave them the score. So Cam Newton, not going to do much. Panthers did not look good against the Saints, who have the worst defense in the freaking league. I'm going to go ahead and take the New England Patriots here. Next game, you have the Detroit Lions at the Minnesota Vikings. Now, Detroit got robbed. I mean, maybe. I'm not going to give anything opinion-wise. I think he was down, okay? I'm going to give you my opinion. I think he was down before he got across the line, and the Falcons ended up beating Detroit last week. Say what you will, but that's how I feel. With that being said, the Vikings also won. Case Keenum looked really good, okay? He looked really good, and if I remember, they're playing the Buccaneers, and the Buccaneers aren't a horrible team. But you know what? The Lions really do look good this season, and I think the Lions will go in... Sorry, I'm moving my mouse. The Lions will go into Minnesota and win. Buffalo Bills at the Atlanta Falcons. The Bills did beat the Broncos last week. I did choose the Broncos to win. But to be honest, the Bills aren't going to beat Atlanta at home. I think Atlanta will go ahead and win by 2 touchdowns here, but I'm going to go ahead and take Atlanta. Next game is the Tennessee Titans at the Houston Texans. And like I said, I think that was a fluke game for Deshaun Watson. I don't know. Maybe he's the real deal. Maybe he'll shut me up. But Marcus Mariota is the real deal. I already know that. He beat the Seahawks last week and looked good doing it. I guess I shouldn't say last week, but Sunday. And he looked good doing it. I mean, the team looks good. And I see the Tennessee Titans going into Houston in another close game, but Tennessee ultimately will win. Los Angeles Rams at Dallas Cowboys. Now, the Rams were in a shootout with the San Francisco 49ers. Holy crap. I think Jared Goff had over 400 passing yards. I could be wrong. I know he had 4 touchdowns or whatever. Dallas looked a little better against the Arizona Cardinals, not at their best. This is honestly, this could be upset alert. I'm going to go ahead and pick the Cowboys here, but don't be surprised if LA wins this game. Oh gosh, I really hate when these two play each other. The Pittsburgh Steelers at the Baltimore Ravens. This is going to be a good game. It always is with these two teams, okay? Honestly, I don't know why the Steelers lost to the Bears last week. Baltimore got throttled by Jacksonville. So I'm going to have to just go with who's going to settle down, who's going to win this game. I'm going to go ahead and pick the Steelers to win this game. Look, Le'Veon Bell, Antonio Brown, Ben Roethlisberger, they will get it done. And I don't think that the Ravens will get it done. I think the Ravens might score 2 touchdowns, but nothing more than that. Pick the Steelers. The next game, you have the New York Giants at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Now, I'm looking at this saying, you know what? Tampa Bay is going to blow the Giants. Well, not really blow the Giants out of the water, but win. But let me tell you something. They looked better against that Eagles team last week. And this could be considered an upset or not an upset. But I am actually going to say that the Giants lock down. They calm down. Eli Manning has a good game. And the Giants win this game at Tampa Bay. The next game we have are the Philadelphia Eagles at the Los Angeles Chargers. And heaven help the Los Angeles Chargers. They cannot finish a game in the fourth quarter. They just cannot finish games in the fourth quarter. Even if they're up by like 50 points, they will somehow lose the game. But it's not going to matter because Philadelphia is going to win this game probably by 3 touchdowns. I don't know why I said probably, so weird like that. But yeah, go ahead and take the Eagles here. Next game, San Francisco 49ers at Arizona Cardinals. The Cardinals did not look horrible against the Cowboys. Larry Fitzgerald looks really good. I think Fitzgerald needs to be traded. He deserves to be on a better team, a Super Bowl contending team. But regardless, it's going to be another close game. I'm calling this a close game. But the Cardinals will walk out with a win, probably by no more than 7. Next game is Oakland at Denver. And I was very, very happy to see how horrible Derek Carr played against the Washington Redskins. I mean, we'll get to the Washington Redskins here in just a second. But Denver coming off a loss, Oakland coming off a loss. This is rough for me. It's divisional rivalry is what I'm trying to say. And you know what? Let me think. I am going to take Oakland in this game. Yeah, I'm going to take Oakland, even though this is a toss-up for me. I mean, divisional, Denver at home. I'm taking the Raiders. Could go either way. Indianapolis Colts at the Seattle Seahawks. Now, the Seattle Seahawks did lose, as I predicted, but their offense started to come to life. I saw it. Russell Wilson started to come to life. His receivers started to come to life. Tyler Lockett looked good. Doug Baldwin looked good. I'm not sure Jimmy Graham was targeted much. But it doesn't, regardless, you have Indianapolis Colts with Jacoby Brissett. Look, Russell Wilson is not going to lose to a second or a third string quarterback. So I don't expect this game to really be close. Seattle will once again, I think, start off slow, but the Seahawks will beat the Colts. Last game to talk about, and that is Monday Night Football with the Washington Redskins at the Kansas City Chiefs. And the Redskins looked pretty good against a really awful-looking Oakland Raiders team. We know the Raiders are better than that. You know that they're better than that. This game, I don't think will be close. And I'm going to tell you why. Because I think the Kansas City Chiefs right now are the best team in their division. Because if the Raiders don't play as bad as they did in that game against the Redskins, like if they were playing to their potential that I know that they have, the Raiders would have won. But they didn't. They lost. And you could say, that makes sense. The better team, if they play better, will win. But I'm just saying the Raiders played like crap. If they would have been their normal selves, they would have won. Alex Smith looks so good, and even better, Kareem Hunt, the rookie out of Toledo, looks like a madman. And I think he's going to run all over Washington. And you know I got to take my boys. So the Chiefs are winning this game, and those are my picks for week 4. Anyway, guys, stick around afterwards. I'm going to show the all-time records right now after, you know, the whole blackout screen thing. So those are my picks for week 4. I am hoping to stay positive. I have yet to have a losing record, so we're going to go ahead and keep that going for week 4. Russ's channel and Hayes' channel will be down below, and until next week's picks, I will see you guys later. Peace.